Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field to start this game off. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
Looking for space. It's Cook. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
To the 10. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They looked like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Shelton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
Just does such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside would be a great matchup.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Kansas State quick to the line. Back to pass, it's Barnett. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And this is a guy who was very quickly rewriting the record books for his school. 5 sacks. That is not a typo. 5 sacks his last time out, and here he is getting his first in the game.
And the returner goes down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. He's going to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thompson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Fires on the move. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Quarterback moving. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment, calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And there he is, the nation's leader in sacks, coming up with yet another one. Week after week, teams try to find a way to stop this guy. They just can't figure him out. He's too big, he's too fast, and he has a knack for getting to quarterbacks.
And there is little that will send a home crowd into a frenzy like back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long coming. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive points.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to pass. It's Hoover. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Got his man on the right. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll run play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, TCU! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency here.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him today.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Barishnikov should be so sweet. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turn it on the gas. Great job, great return.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. New Mexico State is ahead in this one. This team plays a hard-nosed brand of football there in Las Cruces, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Western Kentucky. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
That's tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll bring it back. It's Marks. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. He looks that one in nicely. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll throw it on first down. Got the quick pass. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Quick completion on the out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the quarterback is snowed under. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled immediately after the catch.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice.
And the pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the danger about being in a third and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield. The defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. It's on target and complete.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. Kansas State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Just on the edge of the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll try it over the left side. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he made the extra point without problem. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime.
Makes the grab on the right. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Kansas State. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down.
Looking for a deep man. A full dive to haul that one in.
And what a fantastic effort on that catch. That looked to me like it was just going to be a long incompletion, but how about stretching out, corralling?
Looking for the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. So the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
On the set.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. You've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far in Fort Worth. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They'll open the second half on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. You got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
They try to pop a run on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. Complete to the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Small game, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. He's got 93 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. To the ground with the back. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touch pass on the run. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the route is on.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, Davey. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And the quarterback and receiver just got on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter in the field. They just didn't have it there.
Now the play fake. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. The Wildcats have it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went into halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Fires one high and deep. And he makes the grab at the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. Speeding down the left side. Past the 10. Touchdown, TCU! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
And I love the way they break on the football, swarm to the football. This is why you do it, because sometimes the ball comes out, the linebacker picks it up, and tell you what, the big fella shows some speed, takes it all the way back for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 6 over SMU. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the ground, it's Edwards. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
To the air, it's Barnett. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Out routes are timing routes. The QB's got to throw that before the receiver gets out of his break. He was a little bit late, and as a result, it's incomplete.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now they'll try the right side. Got room at the 35. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. He makes the connection. At the 40, there he goes. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pirouettes through. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, way to be creative. Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly. Get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Got it set up on the outside. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll be brought down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when...
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the pummeling has started. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
And that pass is intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Productive. Gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give as they work on that clock. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
Finds his man enough for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It's a reverse. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I like it. I like the play call. So many people get very conservative down in the red zone. Nice job by the offense. Get some speed on the perimeter. Try to make a play. Nice positive gain. I like that thought process. Just a little bit different.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The Horned Frogs are on the move.
Here we go.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Fire.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And we knew this offense was good, man, but seeing him in person, like, now I understand why they're a top 10 offense. Week in, week out, so many different ways to hit you from so many different angles. Undefeated still. Still an undefeated squad moving forward with all of their dreams in front of them.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. The Cuse is in the house. Syracuse is pouring it on right now with an offensive performance we haven't seen since some of the legendary 44s. They're up by 19 over SMU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
On the set.
A new set of downs after the completion.
Jackrabbit.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Kansas State will have to punt it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. And the Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. And he pulls it in at the 15. Touchdown, TCU! And the beatdown has ensued. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten at this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they've just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were, they knew what they were going to go out and try to accomplish and how they wanted to dominate teams. And they've been able to do that to this point. So, David, to your point, just keep getting better every single week moving ahead.